Club 126. This is a normal run. This is a race for the... There's a tourney going on. This is the... This is the Swiss round. Everybody has the same record as each other, as their opponents. So Vanny Van is also 2-0. I am 2-0, and whoever wins this one will go on to be undefeated until round 4. 30 to 60 seconds of pure luck. Yeah, I'll agree to that. I mean, you got your preemptives and your pincers, and if you get pincered in the trench or something, or if Welk slimes Terra, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Oh, Vanny Van already started it. Okay. Let's see. Is this the right one? He started it, but I don't see him in there. Help. Well, started it. SRL IIK5W. Cold. The glass is cleaned. Very important. You're at the analysis desk. Benny says he'll be ready in a few minutes. Battle of the Beer. Oh baby. Sorry, my sound keeps cutting out.
Yeah, it says text. Oh, that's not gonna work. It needs to have a different color.
The analysis desk. They are. He's got it all set up. You've got to make them bigger, man. You gotta just capture the games only. The game is too tiny for anyone to see. Bloom, bloom. Let's see. It's about the analysis, not the game, guys. Jeez. What was I thinking?
Oh no.
course, Caesar, of course. Ah, it's cold all of a sudden. There's a Nazgul outside. Man, I hope Wedge and Vix run away from the first battle. That's like the worst, man. Let's see. My notes. My notes are good to go. Battle of the Beards. Let's see here. This might be a tough one, guys. Vinny has no pushover. This is round 3, so we're both 2-0, undefeated. Someone will be defeated tonight. And his name rhymes with hoagie. Who could it be?
So clearly you can see that there is a Donkey Kong Jr. is the character of their icon. They're very good at 150cc.
Unless you go 150cc. Where are you going, Iggy? Are you actually playing 150cc? I think that's crazy, dude. I think 150cc Star Cup is fine. But if you play 150cc special, you're just crazy. $150cc on both! Crazy, man. This is gonna be close, if everything goes right. If somebody has a disaster, they lose. Super Star Wars. Super Star Wars is free, man. You just don't die. Just don't die, and Super Star Wars is free. If you're dying, just practice it, Lord, so that you don't die. 35, 45. Oh yeah, just cut off 40. You'll never beat La Hulk if you don't cut 45 minutes. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. So the birds and the that, yeah. The lasers in the trash compactor. Isn't that after the secret room? There's a secret room. There is a secret room with like 2 hearts and a gun. Oh, it's after it. If you get secret room, then you can't. I don't know how you die to the next part. It's got 2 big hearts in there. Jammed into one of the rooms against the flame. Unlucky, man. Unlucky. You'll never beat La Hulk at this rate. Look at Sandy, Cindy, and Mindy. The fight is, you just gotta use Meteor. The glitched Meteor. Oh yeah.
Just fix this. Every time it does this.
true 150cc. Oh, there he goes. Vanny's just about ready. I see him on new game, so we're about ready to go.
Oh, I want to choose source. That's pain.
Hands are cold. That's not good.
That is pain.
Time for some groove. Groove. In a battle of the beards, the winner will consume the beard of the loser and become Mega Beard. Time to get saved by the floor shaft is the MVP of the run. Without the floor shaft, Kefka would just win instantly. They would collect Terra and then the game would be over. Only because of the floor shaft do we have a chance. Yum bum bum bum.
Here we go. We ready?
Bum,
Ready for the analysis test? Ready for those? I don't know if I can't get their timers. I should maybe capture their timer, maybe? Let's see if we can capture the timer.
Here we go. Starting soon.
Oh, we're starting. So maybe I should get the get this part working. We're almost there. It's okay. All you're missing is the airships, which is the coolest part of this game. That and these all focus on the wrong one. It's not good.
Come on, run away, please. Please run. Please run.
Need a run. Wow.
Woo!
Wow, they both got it.
Scariest part of the run right there is over.
Copy the
Scariest
telling
part of
you
the run
this.
completes. I think the first one can fail.
It's not gonna let me capture anyone's window except for this one. Oh, hello. Now it did it. Just want the timer.
Like this one, they have so much time to build it up. The first one, it's just cutting it close.
There it is. At the time.
It's kind of low here.
Here we go. Here you go. There's your analysis desk. We're ready to do this. I gotta sync up. We gotta sync here. Once I fix the no timer. The timer. Here we go. The lag, I'm sure, is very real.
Legend fix first.
The analysis desk. This is gonna be really
Preemptive.
close.
Yeah, I hope they run away on that.
Oops, that's not what we wanted to do. That's not the window we were looking for.
He got stuck.
Uh-oh. That's not good. It's pretty much on. There's a 232 on the entrance.
Welk. See you later.
So here, we're here to go steal the Esper
I think she's last.
from Lawrence
What?
Welk, who's just been informed he's been cancelled after all these years.
That is unfortunate.
Ooh.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to do the backup. So unlucky, man.
Looks like they both got stuck doing the backup.
Backup.
This guy has a lot of health, but this is, remember the beginning of this is like a whole story mode. So, wow. That's a disaster. Someone dead, but he's still gonna get it. So he's finishing the combat at 410.
Okay.
Now we have a bit of a disaster for Yogi here. So he's already
Okay,
down
it was
about,
only like 25 seconds lost.
about 10 seconds.
But it was just very scary. Yeah, Terra got slimed. Not much I can do there. Very
A
unlucky.
16-second lead. Wow, that's a pretty big
Vanny Van
disaster.
takes the lead. At least he didn't Gru or kill Terra. But that was the backup, which I learned like once. You're just gonna have to fire bolt the shell when he's at 50%. When Terra's at 50% every time. This is, I don't know, unfortunate. Definitely off to a bad start. It's gonna be tough to recover from. Terra Slime, what a good start.
Yeah, Terra Slime is, that's pretty
This
much a
first
disaster.
split should be around 350. Like, there was a low chance for him to use Slime, and then a 1 in 3 chance on top of that if he uses Slime to target Terra, which is the worst case scenario.
So our next split's gonna be the Moogle Cave.
So we got some catching up to do.
But 15 seconds isn't, it's just really unlucky. You can't have more mistakes. Oh my goodness. Vanny has the Red Bull advantage. He clearly just took at least 2 shots out of that can of Red Bull. Battle of the Beards. While we brush our own beard.
I kind of minimized the damage there, at least. Could have been a lot worse than that. Had I
Yes,
not
it
known the
could've.
backup, he could have done Gru, or... Like if he would have
I
Gru...
mean, Vanny was pretty close to also being a disaster because they didn't attack Terra. They chose to attack the other guy and kill him. But if like everyone dies,
We'll just have to
that's
mash
also
harder.
a disaster.
You can save a lot of time just through mashing.
Yogi does have a 9.8 per second A B button mash on the Nintendo Entertainment System, but this system has 16 bits, which means you can mash twice as fast. Therefore, you can catch up. It's amazing seeing the fact that they're getting exactly the same combat.
Please don't counter wrench me. More RNG here on the wrench.
They both got wrenched. Ooh, double wrench on Vanny, jeez.
Wrench NG.
So Yogi, I think, lost the tile here. No. He's behind 1 combat. That's why. My mistake.
No counter.
Preemptive for Vanny, so that's pretty good.
Just counter every time.
Also got a good... I think this is all fixed, so...
Boripo.
Like the step count is should be accurate here, so they
Yeah.
should be getting exactly the same combats. And he's doing the forcing a combat before leaving here. Oh, he got back attacked. That's not good. He's gonna take. It's not. He'll live, but it's not a good amount of damage to take.
You get your extra fight.
Oh, good. He only took 3. That's pretty good. Oh, Wrench. Oh, yeah, Wrench did die. I forgot this game when it's different enemy groups and they die from damage, they don't always despawn at the same, like, convincingly together. That back attack is useful.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the same deal. Just he didn't get the back attack, so it's a few seconds back there.
Not with that start. I'm not gonna be for long. I've already lost 25 seconds. Unlucky.
And now it's story time again. And then we'll be doing the Moogle Cave Marshal stuff.
The old Terra slime. Alright. Let's just shake it off and worry about the rest. Wee-hee-hee. Try the slave crown on for size. At this rate, I will have to shave my beard and give Vanny its power for the rest of the tournament.
The game now streaming from live from a bile sack.
I can't go on.
Somewhere on Tatooine.
Please use my power. Well, shoutouts to Soldier B. Oh man, what is this?
Wee-hee-hee.
Always making new Discord channels randomly. Blue, 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 blue. The next worst thing that could happen is throwing a net onto Mog so that I can't take off his weapon. Also, he does the most damage on the first turn. Also, a net on the fourth Moogle is pretty bad.
There is a lot of disaster that can still happen here at the start that costs a lot of time.
Net on Mog is the worst. Net on fourth Moogle is second worst.
Somehow Yogi, I think that back attack actually
third
was about 15 seconds coming into
We'll avoid
this.
nets.
So I mean, since we're on the same screen, I don't know, let's see what we can get here. So
I think Iggy's doing a restream commentary. Just for fun. Anybody wants to watch that? Magnet. Tupo. I don't know if Iggy knows commentary or...
I know a little bit.
You can't turn anything down.
Yeah, the one's stuck at 720.
Comes the convenient
But they're also
Hold
mashing to
before.
the point that things are just
saved
skipping.
us.
It's a pretty close race. So now we have to do the Moogle Walk, which is probably the same code. Like, notice it's the same cave from later that you have to do the walk. So Yogi's basically behind the
No, I
length
don't
of this
want
walk.
tutorial.
But he didn't get the tutorial. That would be a disaster. So Vanny's here waiting to get around the guards so there's no combat. And then you have to, it's just like the Kefka battle, you have to walk to the end of the thing. So it looks like he started the battle around 12. So see where Yogi is here. Just to get a sense of the time difference. It was 15 seconds after the introductory tutorial thing. And it looks like after that back attack he's gotten back about 3 seconds.
Buffer. Luck.
So we're sitting at about 12 seconds difference here, so it's still pretty close. Definitely well within the range of Yogi agreed. And Vanny's going behind his splits are already 10 seconds over. 8.3 for the segment. Well, to his best of that includes Welk. That's essentially your difference right there. Is yeah. So Cave 1254. I think it took him a couple extra rounds of combat. So it was 1254 to leave the cave. We're looking here to see about 12 seconds. It was still 12 seconds. It's difficult to sync the timers because if I reset one, the buffer's gonna get all messed up. So
it suddenly loses them for some reason.
But the respective timers, of course, are below the streamers. And there's me in the corner. And if I had more time, we'd put a potted plant in the corner and call him Warren. In fact, I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna make a potted plant in the corner. Call it Warren.
You have amnesia. Convenient amnesia for story development. Avoid the forest. It's a lettuce wrap.
Hey, look, it's a potted plant.
Rabbit filling.
Yeah, look, it could just be a potted plant.
Make me some lettuce wrap.
There you go. Now I'm gonna, because I have to pretend to be Gao here in a minute, so I'm gonna hide behind the plant. Because we can. Look at me, I'm hiding behind the plant. Look at me. I'm Gao. There you go. I'm behind the plant. There you go. You can't see me, I'm Gao. There's just more story. The story of this game is cool, but unimportant. Once you commentated so many games as I have. Hi, I'm Gao. I'm Gao. Please feed me. Please feed me, I'm Gao. Please feed me, I'm Gao. Look at this. Please feed me. There you go. There you go, look at. There you go. I'm behind a bush. That's it. There you go, I'm behind a bush. So this is just all mashing. There's literally nothing interesting happening here until we get to the next fight. Which begins the actual game. No sprint shoes yet either, so
castle.
It takes even longer. Cutscene castle?
They're very well ventilated.
Yeah.
Coffee time.
Yogi said it's coffee time, so we're doing coffee time.
What's the link? No link. Iggy's kind of doing a restream, but well, I guess Iggy Dota.
Got it.
Isn't actually a runner this game, so I don't know how much he knows to commentate on. I'm blocking.
is more story.
Round 3.
And they're pretty much this is all pretty much free. You just walk in the smallest number of steps to everything.
Got a slime on Terra, and there wasn't much I could do about it.
That's pretty much
slime
the entire story.
As
Like
like
Yogi just said,
seconds for free.
there was the slime on Terra, there was the back attack, and that's it so far. It's about a 12-second differential.
Focusing. There's nothing to focus on here. It's just cutscenes.
That's pretty much the commentary.
Mashing.
Kefka.
Sensible streamer. Twitch Prime sub.
What does Kefka do? Does he burn down the place? I don't know. I remember this game where Kefka just, like in the rest of the game, spoiler alert, Kefka's gonna burn down
on
like
the right
every.
guy. Usually they look to the north. Since I talked to Kefka like 1 frame after I closed the text window, he's still looking left. I didn't get the stare down though. You can make them stare at each other if you get the double frame perfect. Look at all this tech, man. Sensible streamer, sub hype, Twitch Prime.
Yogi might have gotten I don't know. I think it's about the same. I don't think there's much game here.
Alerts on right now.
The next section is really going to be the telling point here, because Ultros, there is a whole disaster that can happen. Something goes really wrong. But it's pretty manipulatable, so you shouldn't have an issue.
To like a Tokihei holding a GG. What do you guys think? Alright, second. It's probably best with.
So here we go, we're going to have the MTech armor fight coming up here. And then we're going to break off into the 3 stories that you have to complete before the. Like, this is really like.
Guys, think about a Toki GG.
It's not a. I'm flopping around. Jipicus.
Apply for pardon.
Hey Ed, Shay Jipicus. Hey Sakin.
Fill in the $10
one. I synced them up the best I could without, like. I'd rather just keep it smooth instead of having it break up all the time, so hopefully it's reasonable.
There's a lot of GG.
It says it's pretty stable, so
it's pretty useful.
I'm not unhappy with this. But sometimes it's useful at the end of the day to see kind of where everyone was in reasonable.
Alright, here's the next big piece of luck.
Side by side.
They're gonna double laser Terra.
Yeah, this MTech armor fight. There's a reason there's a split here. It's because a lot. Just like how Yogi had he got blinded at the start.
Rezzed in the cave.
It's still about 12 seconds, because we'll see at the end of this fight exactly how much it is. Just remember,
that's
if you
not too great a deal, because you don't get experience from bosses.
The trick to see how much time difference it is
all range
look
mode.
For the blackout after the fight. Then remember that Vanny's about 3 seconds ahead on the stream. That's why the clocks are on there. One thing we're gonna get into the more technical part of this.
Raise the emote a little bit. I think it's too low.
So Vanny's on the MTech
fight.
fight.
With more, it would combine with other emotes, but
they get double lasered.
Here we go. We're waiting on Edgar here. I'm not gonna steal. It's just gonna steal tonic or something.
Yeah, it's still tonic for Vanny.
Here comes the double tech laser on Terra.
Oh, Vanny got a nice kill. So it looks like 2150 is the blackout. So Yogi's got to finish this fight. He's really not menuing well here. He thought about that too long. He should have just hit go.
Yeah, saved a second. 1.4 seconds, guys. Let's go.
Looks like the lead's still roughly about 12 seconds.
25 more times.
12 and a half, 13 maybe.
Make up for the Terra slime.
There's still a lot to play though. Like, so the story so far, if you haven't, since a few people have come in, we had the Yogi had a bad luck at the start, which cost about 15 seconds.
But
Vanny got a back attack in the Moogle, not the Moogle Cave. The Moogle Cave.
Dark Twitch.
No. There's a cave leaving
What color
the first town,
should it be?
and finishing that up, and you got a back attack when you're Terra and you fall into the hole. So you got a back
You didn't
attack
know.
on the last monster, so that was 3 seconds.
Purple.
They're both kind of like bleeding time compared to their PBs.
I mean, I made it myself, so.
Yogi's about 25 seconds above his PB. Vanny's about 11 and a half seconds above his PB. So
Gotten a little better at GIMP since then.
that kind of tells you that there's your difference is about 12 seconds, 12, 13 seconds. Vanny hits the spring, gets his HP max.
This guy has the worst job. He just has to stand by this cave all day by himself. And nobody ever comes through because there's monsters everywhere.
Why do commentary? Yogi just does the commentary. Who cares?
Edgar auto crossbow.
Yeah, so a lot of this section is Edgar just auto crossbows everything. I don't know if there's anything important to steal. One thing interesting about this game that you're not going to see in this run is that, like, there's a lot of, like, very rare items you can steal. It's about an hour and 25 minutes or so, so there's about an hour left in the run depending on your luck and your skill. So I think the time floats. I think some of the fastest people in this are running like 123s, 124s. Yogi's best is like 127.
First?
I think the person he's playing is like a 126, so 123 might actually be super
You have them
possible
attack
low.
in case the auto crossbow
But
rolls or
I know
low.
Yogi's like 2 minutes behind the fastest people, but there aren't that many fastest people in the tournament.
1 or 2 preamps.
So, like, if you're reasonably good at this game, 125 to 130 is probably the range. So, there's a lot of bad that can happen. Once we get to Ultros and beyond, a lot of this area here with Edgar is just making sure you follow the step count. There's a bunch of, on the road to Figaro here, there's a bunch of tiles that prevent combat. Oh, that's not good. Manny just lost 2 or 3 seconds in town because of bad luck with Shadow standing in your way and a guard that blocked him. So you put everyone at the back, and he's going to now equip the sprint shoes.
Hey!
Wow. Yogi did not get blocked as bad as he did, but it's funny they both got blocked. That's crazy. So we move everyone in the party in the back. I forget. I don't know if it's just for the Vargas fight. Yeah, it's a really close race, Because. So we get the Chocobo, so we avoid all the combats.
Tutorial? No,
You gotta make sure you jump off here right on the
well,
cave.
here's one anyways.
Yeah, here's one anyways. So now we do Malt Colts. I don't think it messes up the step counter, though. Uh-oh. Vanny's got stuck into combat here with... Okay, he got him out.
Here's the walking tutorial with sprint shoes.
Yeah. So yeah, sprint shoes in this, it's very easy to... Yeah, Vanny's having issues here. I think his step counter is messed up. I don't know if he got messed up in the town, but he's getting combats where I don't think you're supposed to get them, so keep that in mind. Like, if Yogi's not getting combats, yeah, I think he's off a step. Maybe not. So there's the Atlas Armlet, which is going to go immediately on Edgar. Because I think it increases auto crossbows damage. It's interesting, Yogi's not standing on the same square that... Yeah, so Vanny's step count is wrong now, definitely. I don't know how important the step counter is compared to Final Fantasy 2/4, though. Yogi's hitting the wall a bunch. So the thing with sprint shoes is, it's sort of, you know how like in RPGs when you're walking on the map, how you can like kind of keep walking into the wall? With sprint shoes, you kind of have to like tap up and then start going left before it kind of registers to make you go up again. Otherwise, you kind of pause on the wall. That's sort of the goal here with the sprint shoes, is to not bump into walls and walk as quickly as you can.
Where's the Trillium at?
Of course, missing doesn't script the step counter. It's just that you can just blow, 10, 20, 30 seconds just by, literally in this game, just by bouncing up against walls and having to pause, or just not having the input in for the next step. Anytime I do games that have step counters like this, I always get too fearful and end up walking into the wall, just to make sure I don't screw up a step count, because once the step count's wrong, all the optimization in the fight, so I just give up time on that instead of give up time on, you know, 4 extra combats, or bad combats, because one of the things that's going to happen here is I think it's all the creatures, I don't know if it's a particular area, but when we get to the Veld with Gao, you have to make sure Gao gets a certain ability, and you don't want to run into combats that you're not supposed to, because all the enemies in the game that show up at a certain point are capable of showing up in the Veld. So if you have a lot of dangerous enemies that show up because you didn't do the optimal strategy to avoid them, they're now a gamble. They seem to be getting exactly the same combats though, so I don't think Vanny's having as much difficulty as his face may show.
Needs to run away from the big bat.
But he does have a poisoned Edgar, which is a little bit of a problem. It's not the worst problem. But now he has to menu, so that's like 5 seconds gone right there. It's so intense. Yogi's menuing is a little bit slow in combat. Like he was telling me about, for like Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, the belt creatures could pose a serious problem. I'm glad we aren't dropping a bazillion frames.
It can run from anything.
When I have to run both streams at 720 because it won't let me choose anything less. I was worried until it worked.
How did Locke not run away there, man?
They both kind of had the same kind of difficulties, but I think Vanny's had a little bit less luck here in the... He's not hitting the walls. You can tell. I hope you can tell on the stream. Like he's not hitting the walls as much as Yogi does. He's very smooth on the movements. What you can't tell is, of course, the game grid here is two-dimensional, and you can see that some of the cliffs are kind of on an angle. So the trick here is you have to know where the angles are, so you don't walk into the walls that don't make any sense. So there you go. Vanny just hit a wall.
Doesn't take that much longer to kill than to run away. I am like 4 steps behind though. There's the Bane touch.
Oh wow, Edgar just got poisoned too. The good news is you do have antidote.
You taken care of?
Yeah, he's got to do the same thing that Vanny did. So they both took a penalty basically.
I'm only 2 steps behind.
Not sure what that menu was. It was a mistake menu? That second poison, that's not good.
I don't think I even need to heal that.
I don't think he does either, but it's a little bit of a panic menu. It's easy to do when you're trying to rush. It's something you don't think you need to worry about.
Bad mountain.
So this is the Vargas fight. You pretty much just auto crossbow it, and Tarek, like you just do the most damage you can. Bears take more damage to fire. I poop. Yogi to poison all the time in this cliff.
I'm in really early.
So we'll see what the split is here at the blackout. Fade out. Wow. If Vargas does that again, this could be bad. I think he's got it though. You missed it earlier. He went for the Red Bull. Now he went for something in a can. It's a madman. It's the beard. It's beard growing power. You can't see this because I have it cut off. Off with you now. So again, it's okay. So fight finished.
Wow, Locke died.
Wow,
Nice.
Yogi's having some issues. Okay, he did get through the fight, so it's okay. Because I think everyone just gets healed up there anyways. Because they get blown away and split up.
I think he just got
And we
crits.
start tutorial number 2.
Why does this game hate me?
And now you have to do Sabin inputs. So another thing that can go wrong in this is incorrect input for Sabin. Sabin, in order to do things, you have to, if you use the Blitz ability, you have to hit a bunch of essentially like fighting game combos.
Ooh.
So So it looks like we had 3230 or so was the blackout.
Skip. Yeah.
Yeah, they both got Doomfist skip. Well done.
Well, good thing it was Locke. I don't think anyone else gets res, but Locke doesn't even. He's not even on the river, so.
So there's it's still the same difference.
By the time Locke comes back, he'll be resed. They can't just give him to me dead on his solo.
Yogi did split Vargas, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Just one Vargas? Yeah, get Vargas in our party. So win the game. Just pick Vargas.
2 steps.
Why would you pick anyone else? Just pick Vargas.
2 steps off, but I'm still gonna take.
You could do it on Final Fantasy 2/4 as well. It's just it wasn't. I guess it works the same on both. It's just that both controllers take input, which is kind of cool.
Snapshot. Good. I'm glad that wasn't a save state or something. That would have been great.
So the walking here is important. You have to get where Vanny is. Where you're walking, you're trying to walk on some of the diagonals again. They basically where the grass and kind of like the darker grass intersect, because those squares don't advance the movement. The encounter counter. Now we're taking a safety save before going into the cave.
Well, Locke doesn't have to run away now.
That's a confidence save, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why we're saving there. It's just to prevent disaster. Because we're headed towards, yeah. That was a safety save.
And for soft lock.
Ah, because you can soft lock.
Lost. Nope. We made it.
That's why I took the safety save, so that there wasn't a disaster. It shouldn't change too much.
We made it past the 34-minute soft lock.
Yeah, I don't know why that soft lock happens, but basically the game just halts right there. And you can't do anything. So here a bunch of story time.
Sheep-a-doob-doo.
Probably sitting at like 11 seconds now, the difference. I forget who's in this scenario. I think it's Terra Locke and... I think this is the one you end up with a full party. And then you fight Ultros, who is literally the best character in maybe all of Final Fantasy, because Ultros, you eventually beat him enough times that he takes up a job as a secretary at the arena, and it's like, I'm a secretary, go for ha 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 ha. This is, I think, the first Final Fantasy game that uses an opera as a setting for the story, which is allegorical to the game's story.
Why would you go all the way down there, man?
So now we're looting this little area of all the stuff here, which is
Troll Edgar.
Except the last box. We don't know what's in the last box, but
look at the loots. Need some stuff.
Ooh, Yogi picking up the antidote as well. Wondering if that's going to be important. Why do we need the antidote? Seems extra. Because you have someone like... what was that?
Nope.
Inventory shared or something? Not really sure. Or my TV just became possessed.
Nope. Gutsy. They give you the Genji glove if you say no 3 times. It lets you attack twice. Or dual wield sword.
See, I don't even do commentary.
I give it to Edgar and he dual wields.
Edgar is just your powerhouse here, and he's just gonna... Edgar and the dude that just causes your party to get free healing every turn. Yeah, there's still a lot of time with GPKs.
You can buy later, but I usually don't even buy the one later.
All you have to do in the next 45 minutes is miss an input somewhere, and there's 30 seconds gone. There's a lot of ways this can just go wrong.
Even sprint, Edgar, Genji.
One of the reasons I don't run this kind of stuff is just like it's... I don't know, I feel like I would just start to have like weird deja vus in this game. moving everyone to the back of the party for the Ultros thing. So, we're actually... That was a menu... Did he mess up the menu there? Or is he just gonna go Genji Glove on Sabin? I don't watch too much of this, so I'm not sure why we're going Genji Glove on Sabin. Oh no, he's got it. Okay. Okay. Now I know what's going on.
Just what?
He said Edgar, he meant Sabin, because Sabin has the bare arm stuff.
Don't go early.
Yeah. I don't know, I would have a hard time because it's like, you're only playing like...
We're resetting the seed.
I always hated this part of the game. I like to explore and actually do stuff, and like go to the auction and outbid all the AIs because I have all the money, because I put a rock on the A button.
There's some late.
And just kept getting fights so that you could just have the
dude heal you. Later.
So here we go. This is the don't mess up this fight, because if you screw this up, this is bad. Gotta go left at the first intersection.
Second battle is solo.
Third is interesting. Even like Necro Dancer is interesting for speedruns. They had a tournament of that, and that was interesting.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Sabin?
Huh.
Okay.
Yogi don't mess up? So auto crossbow does like extra damage against flyers, because it's like, I guess, shooting thing, archery.
Nice. Don't know if I got
so the goal here is typically to run everyone away and attack with Edgar, because he's a badass. That's literally the entire strategy.
People don't even do this. Gives Edgar some more damage though.
Yeah. So yeah, the whole strategy with this is to get solo XP on Edgar, so that he's a little bit better in the more critical fights that are going to come up a bit later when the party comes back together.
Should have practiced that earlier. I feel like I'm behind, so
we're walking up here to advance the step counter.
Anything fancy like save or...
Yeah, Yogi can't save. He can't afford to save. I don't know if he knows this. I'm assuming they both have each other's streams up. This is not like a rando tournament, so you can know where your opponent is, which kind of makes it interesting. Curing everyone. Yogi does not go for the cure on everyone. I think Yogi's actually getting closer to being... It only looks like it's a 4-second difference now, doesn't it? It looks like all the saving and other menuing that Vanny's done has caused the lead to diminish, because they're almost on the same screen. But remember, Vanny, I'm 3 seconds ahead. So boss fight starts. Yeah, Yogi's actually ahead now by about 5 seconds.
That'd be good here.
Huh. It must have been all the menuing. We'll see at the end of this Ultros fight. You don't even get to see all the fun things that Ultros does in this game. There's a whole scene when he's at the opera, and I don't know, I just think he's hilarious. They just put him in as a comedy boss.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Terra just got tentacled, that's a problem, but
panic here.
He might be okay, he might have enough damage done.
Bad.
Yeah. He's getting, so notice that he's getting all of the combat text that Ultros is throwing out there, and Vanny's getting all of the skips.
What has happened?
He did heal everyone, so it's not too bad. Yeah, he needs a crit. Terra's also now blinded, but Vanny's is also blinded too. Wow, that because he healed, he avoided a total disaster. Guy is nearly dead though. But he did lose some time here. This is not good. Right, he got through it.
That was scary, guys. He almost got the party tentacle.
We'll see what the timer is at the end of the when the screen blacks out.
I would have lost right there.
So 42:01.
What happened to Vanny? Did he start over?
42:01.
What the?
Yeah, Yogi lost a good chunk of time in that fight, so I think we're back to the same time difference.
That was really dangerous, guys. My Ultros is really dumb.
So we're actually up to about 14 seconds difference now, 14, 15.
What the heck happened to Vanny? Why is he at the beginning?
not sure what Yogi's talking about. He lost a bunch of time in the run-up to the boss.
What happened?
So now, one of the most mysterious characters in the game, Shadow, shows up. And then he disappears again. It's actually a cool point, a future point of the game, in which you can basically kill off Shadow permanently from the game when
I'm gonna try that.
you have to escape the airship quickly.
New improvised strats.
Oh no, improvised strats.
Didn't work? Okay, that's fine.
This is not good. Do you see that? I think
should
that
have
cat.
tested this first, but it looked good on paper.
This is a disaster. So now we're probably about 30 seconds behind. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And I was really annoyed because it wasn't very clear. Like, I waited, but I
Should
didn't
do.
wait until
I'm just gonna
like
play
the timer's
normal.
practically zero. Like, basically you have to
Might
escape
save
this
before the
area
forest.
within 10 minutes.
I would say I'm not gonna save here. There's like no way to wipe here.
I wouldn't even save at this point. Like,
Like
what,
zero chance of wiping.
I mean, are you just hoping that Ice 2
This
happens?
place.
Like, if you're hoping for Ice 2, you might as well just not save.
Oh
And hope, 'cause
wow,
if you
man!
do
I
get
don't know
Ice
what
2
happened to him. The heck happened?
Yeah, it's like a movie. He literally comes in at the last second, but you have to like wait on the airship, and it's like
Did
you
he
already
reset?
had an option to hit wait for him, and he doesn't show up, and it's not very clear what's going
Like,
on.
what happened to Vinny, guys? As soon as he typed dot ready, I instantly followed up with dot ready, so I don't think there's any way he didn't see it. He's not where I am. He's like the beginning, man.
No idea what he's talking about.
Nowhere near me. Oh really? Maybe I'm watching the wrong thing. Am I that far behind? Oh, okay.
So we get more cutscene here, and now we're gonna get
I thought something
what's his
happened.
name?
Maybe it's Twitch like lagging or something.
Cyan's
Yeah, okay.
Cyan's walking thing.
It's probably just Twitch lagging for me. I need to refresh when I get a chance.
Yogi's really far behind, actually. I think I told him the wrong amount of time. I have to tell him a different amount of time. So he wins the Cyan fight about 45-39, and Yogi's starting the Cyan fight. After the rat fight, he was never the same again. This is an easy fight. It's actually more than...
Here, I thought I was, something terrible happened. Alright, I refresh. Yeah, I figured that much. Like, if all is going normal for him, there's no way I'm winning. Because of, stupid wealth. Only Gao can save me now.
Hang on, hold on, I'm going.
Gao can save me.
Oh, hold on, wait. Gotta
Only
get
Ice Tea can save me.
the guys behind the bush. It's me. Behind the bush.
I was ahead at Ultros. Oh, I messed up Ultros badly.
I wonder what it's like to do a run like this.
Ultros is always the same. Surprised that I messed up that. Of all things.
Yogi strats?
Scripted fight.
I give Yogi the power of Yogi strats.
Surprise!
There's still a lot of time to play for, though. Because one thing that you can do when I've done this in Link to the Past before, where you think you're ahead, so you start to play things safe, and then you don't really, until you've done this enough times, it's hard to be economical with your time, because a lot of these runs, like, okay, I saved, so if I die, I'm still behind, so why did I save? Well, he promises to save me? 7 ping? So they leave the base, and I'm not really... Yeah, they leave the base... I'm not really sure what else is in this scenario, because we still have the death train thing. The phantom train thingy. I think this scenario just ends with the base. Cyan's like, yeah, I'm cool and all. Maybe Vanny will suplex the train for no reason at all, because it does no damage. But it looks cool. I swear that's why they put the suplex in the game, is just so you can throw sprites on the screen. Like, I mean, even Kirby Superstar has a suplex move, and it's amazing.
Well, we still got time to catch up. This is poison.
Gas! Oh no. The king is dead.
Come on, man. Keep bonking.
Let's see what the, I'm sure there's another fight down here that ends the scenario. There's another fight.
Fight with all your might.
Because he realizes everyone's poisoned. I mean, Kefka was just, you know, just hanging around. Impossible. Or Cyan, man. May I, let me just walk up to you while you're fighting two guys. May I give you a hand? Sure. So they fight a bunch of soldiers, and then there's like some captain soldier or something, and that's the end of the scenario.
Not been very lucky.
Looks like Yogi actually caught up a little bit of time. So when the party members change, you gotta do some menuing here to switch around some items.
Don't hit Shadow. No. Okay,
everyone here is essentially rigged to make sure they can kill someone one hit. So Yogi's got to do this. He's gonna use a potion. Oh, okay, fair. He's got to heal Shadow.
Seems like a waste of a potion, though.
But he doesn't. He doesn't change equipment.
He could
okay.
die.
I'm not really sure what the equipment switch was for then.
Ah, interceptor. Look at me. I'm gonna waste all your time.
Yeah, the dog sometimes shows up as a counterattack. So 5240 with the
Shadow first.
for the captain fight, the grunt or whatever. Looking at 5240. Yeah, it looks like the gap is actually widened a little bit. But it is about 30 seconds.
Orville didn't kill him. Really?
It is 30 seconds, pretty much 30 seconds dead.
Come on, man. Nothing but unlucky. Except for Ultros. Ultros was on me failing.
Yeah, the Ultros fight
I almost wiped.
is the
Could have just been the end of the race right there.
there's still time. I mean, you can always just hope for the...
I need to move the Phoenix down up. Is the main goal now.
Look at this. Now we're getting to see what this can of whatever it is that Vanny's been drinking. That is not the Red Bull. It's the other thing that gives him meaning in life.
This potion drop.
I can only assume that Vanny knows that Yogi's behind. I wonder if there's any more safe strats he's gonna take. Like, I know you can save before
Counter. Come on, man.
the Kefka fight.
What's all this counter business? Have to heal Sabin before the ghost kill him. Getting some nice potion drops at least. We're just gonna
And
go.
he's already out on the overworld here. And it's just a straight walk. I don't think there's anything special here. Another safety save. I'm trying to think of what exactly can just go straight wrong here. I guess if Sabin gets killed from the ghost or something. His Sabin's really low.
There's only one ghost.
Does he not have any
Unlikely.
potions?
Kill Sabin. Sabin's a pretty fast dude.
Oh, there's the recovery, so it's fine now.
Take all these encounters.
That counts as an in, basically. So it's gonna max out your health.
Here we go. Need to die. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh wow, you got back attack. That's not
Yeah.
good. It's only 3 seconds. Maybe
No,
more.
he's 7. No, no.
Oh no. Well, he got away, so you can just hit the recovery spring and heal from that. That's just bad luck there. It's another 5 or so seconds lost. There's an extra step in there you took as well. I guess it
Sigh
doesn't
of
matter.
relief. We made it to the spring.
So, Vanny's about to board the ghost train, and I'm assuming the lead's in about 35 seconds. According to his splits, Vanny managed to gain about 6 seconds on the base section. So that was pretty good.
So far, it's been nothing but bad luck. Terra got slime.
I guess it was a
by
gold.
Weld.
Yeah, it looks like it was a gold.
Ever since, things have not felt right. Kind of threw me off.
No, it wasn't a
for
gold,
while.
just gain time, that's all. Now we're on the train.
I knew the backup, so it only cost me 25 seconds, but versus Vanny, that's gonna be a hard 25 seconds to catch up.
Yeah, it's interesting that at this point, it's just...
What am I doing, man?
Oh no, what did he
Well,
just do?
Rip everything. I didn't leave the door, man. Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude. This is terrible.
So now the step count's completely messed up.
Alright, that's GG right there. Nothing is gonna work out now. I don't know what I was doing. Like, where are the ghosts at?
Where are the ghosts at, indeed? Now he's gonna get a
Where are the
double.
ghosts at?
Ooh,
I mean,
triple.
maybe. Take a bunch of extra steps later, but not that many.
It's really just another 10 seconds, though. It's almost more important than
Yep, this is
the
the one
combats.
supposed to be at the door, yeah. Not even, this is like something else.
This is his step count's completely
Oh
messed
man,
up now.
this is disaster. I think that's it. I don't got it, start up to.
Yep, so now you got a bonus encounter and a back attack. That sucks. And fire. So at this stage, you don't actually have a healer. I mean, besides the fact there was an extra fight, it could have gone worse.
That's a huge mistake. You've not seen that much. It's basically killing the step round. It's big. What is this? What is this up here? It's on the roof. There should be nothing on the roof.
This is not a good fight. Now you got away from it. So I think we've had 2 bonus fights now.
Commentary desk on fire. Oh dear. What have I done?
I wonder if Vanny messed up the step count too, though. I don't know. He's healing everyone in the party. Just Shadow, actually.
Time to wing it.
Oh wow, Vanny got a fight on top of it as well.
The rest will
well,
be
not
random.
on top. It's just another bomb fight. Disaster. You got a fight there too. I'm wondering if his step count's off. He seems to be getting extra fights. Or at least not nearly as many though.
Oh
but it's always one
boy.
dude. Oh boy, back attack with 4 dudes. That's not part of the plan. And Cyan keeps
dear,
not running.
There's the 1 hour mark. That's when you want to kill the train.
No one's killing the train at the 1 hour mark, so not even gonna be close. Somehow Yogi might have gained time here. I'm not really sure how. Okay, so trains start like 1:25, 1 hour and 25. Yogi's at the end of the train though. Oh, he's gonna get another fight. That's the difference.
No, dude.
Oh boy,
Kidding me?
can't run. ConcernFroge, you gotta kill one side. Oh boy. Ugh.
Kidding me, man.
It's a disaster. Ooh, we might be wiping here.
No.
He does have a Phoenix down. This is
It's about to be GG.
what a disaster. So Vanny's finishing the train. So we're gonna stop the train 1 minute and 25 or so. 26, 27, 28. Just wait till we get off the train.
Well, that was scary.
133. It's a lot of lost time here. So Yogi's beyond the train fight now. This is a good minute and 30 seconds. He's now behind. It's probably GG now.
Easy too. They've been slow shadow poisons.
Yeah, this is good news is this scenario is about over. Yeah, I mean, if you get Ice 2 on Kevin, I'm not even sure a minute and a half is long enough. That's pretty much, you can't lose any more time for sure. I mean, there's still time for a disaster, but lock scenario is like free.
Get that double toot. I think I'm lost. I'm pretty much lost already. Unless he like wipes on Kefka or something.
Oh, but I don't know if Wipe on
Or
Kifka's
doesn't
enough.
find Gao in like 20 tries.
Was it 50-50 shot of finding Gal? I don't think that there's...
Two
I don't
and
know if
one.
there's odds to...
Gotta go for that 3-1.
So we're equipping earrings and True Knight here to make Sabin block, which is gonna come in handy later, because we're gonna glitch the game into targeting things weird.
Oh, 102 train is not good. Just earlier today, I got like a 1-hour train.
Another safety save. This is Vanny's taking so many safety saves. A lot of equipment management here. The key thing though is putting that True Knight, which makes Sabin guard, which is going to make this next fight hilarious. Because you're basically going to block and counter, and it's going to cause the boss to basically, I don't know if it's an underflow glitch, but pretty much kills the... Yeah, Yogi's pretty much needs a miracle here. He needs a power outage. He's behind this entire sequence. Oh yeah, the counter here prevents the next set of enemies from spawning. So the boss, there could be a disaster here. Cyan only has about 100 health left, so if you don't have anyone to guard, you're killing Cyan.
If Cyan is dead. Well, here comes some random battle out here.
Did he take Cyan down too low? Or is he gonna bring him? He's gonna bring him up.
No, not this, man. Not like this.
And those
going from bad to worse to worse.
Yeah, now Yogi's gonna have extra enemies in the Veld because of this battle. Okay, so now here's the Sabin cover, and now when he does his blitz, it's gonna prevent the enemy from respawning. The next set of enemies in the battle will just end. We missed. Oh, that's right, it misses, and then you kill the guy and the fight ends. So he got past that piece of tech. Still lost a lot of time in that section, but Yogi's just lost so much time. It's not good.
Not like this.
So about 105.15 is when the screen faded. So let's see how much we're behind now. 105.15. So then Vanny came back up in this next story sequence.
That was a bad start already.
Boy.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
And he still has his armor on, because he was dead. At least we'll get it here.
So Yogi's losing time here because he couldn't manipulate the equipment. Vanny did. We're running out of time here.
The timing is good.
Comes the suplex.
That'll do it.
Which misses, and then you get the retort, which will kill him. And because it was a counterattack, it
battle
prevents the
not called. Or summon boss script was not called because we did.
Oh, Vanny's having an issue here because he got the
retort,
the pincer attack, so he's got to kill all these.
So we did a physical and a magic attack on the same turn.
So we're now in the Veld.
In the same round.
We're in the Veld now? No, we're not in the Veld.
The game got confused. It's not able to start up the call boss script. Usually there's a boss piranha there.
So 107.18 time, mobiles. 107.18 the town.
Got a potion. Got a potion. Cyan. so we gotta walk to the Velt. And this is gonna suck, because now I don't know what's coming here. Get a lot of steps before the battle.
Yeah, now we have to find Gao. Yeah, we're running about a minute behind here. And he found Gao.
It's the grasshoppers that's gonna be terrible.
So, Gao is happy. He ate the dried meat. First fight in the Velt.
Still this.
And Yogi got the same pincer fight. Final Fantasy 2/4 doesn't have this, by the way. The pincer fights. It's just back attacks and no back attacks. So it's kind of cool they added this. The Gao dance. Hi, I'm Gao. Please feed me. I'm really hungry.
The worst is going to be Grasshopper into Berserk into
Yogi is
sacking Gao.
a minute and 20 seconds behind.
I think maybe you just run
Rough
from
estimate
Grasshoppers.
there. Now we have this whole sequence with Gao. So Yogi doesn't necessarily know what he's going to encounter here. I can run from that, that's fine.
Not worth getting berserked. Here comes the berserks, yeah. This is way better.
So now we're just losing even more time because the Fanny already got Gao. The faster to just kill him instead
Come
of
on,
run.
Gao. Come on, Gao. Yay.
There we go, found Gao.
There he is. That wasn't too bad.
It did take me.
For being
two
random,
fights.
I'll take it.
Yeah, so
Problem now is I'm gonna be scared of like the lock cave and
yeah. We don't know what's gonna happen. I think Lock
Soon we
scenario
get
doesn't
smoke
have
bombs.
combats on the.
oh man, he's already at Kappa. He's already 15 seconds ahead of Kappa because of stream delay. Man. GG. Only Aqua Rake or Ice 2 can save me now.
You never say never. I've had
Only
curious
Aqua Rake
disasters
can save
before
me
on the
now.
Ganon fight, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm plus 120 on my split, so that makes sense.
It's interesting that losing the step route cost him more time than the Ultros fight disaster. But in theory, there's still time for this to
Good
go
player
horribly
with the
wrong.
host. Thanks for Q player. Appreciate it. Maybe you should host Vanny. I think he's winning. But thanks anyway.
Vinny has actually gotten some big hosts during this.
He's going for the underdog. Had some unfortunate things happen. Started with a slime on Terra, which kind of threw me off my game.
Oh, best music ever.
Little Sharky. Hey, want a tutorial on Rage? No? Well, here's one anyway.
Hey, look at I can be a,
Attack
can
the
be a
trench
thing above the plant.
monsters to cement you. Don't. Yes, attack the Gigavolt. Gigavolt is the one, the jellyfish. We got the 5 and 8 Gao there.
They're playing.
Have
This
to
is
see.
Kefka in our tournament, so when they get to the
third battle.
there's a fight with Kefka
Triple
after.
bomb? What the heck, man? What
Wow.
is this?
So
I'm
Yogi's
so
off
off
the
on
step
stuff.
route, so he's just getting random combats, and some of them, oh baby.
Well, at least we're outside and we can tent him.
At least he can tent.
All-
But
all
yeah,
flames.
there's about 15 minutes left in the run. Yeah, Darsh. Yep. Yep.
Hey, thanks.
What you've missed,
I'm gonna
Yogi
need it this
Yogi
week.
had some very poor luck at the start. Terra got slimed.
Aye.
Lost about 15 seconds. He gained that back prior to the
Rough
Ultros
start,
fight.
and
He
then
was
got off the
ahead by
step,
about
too.
5 seconds.
To make matters
Then
worse.
the Ultros fight had a disaster, and he used a backup strat and was about 25 seconds or so behind. But then wheels came off the wagon when he got to the ghost train, and he forgot to trigger the door, which there's basically a thing that happens, and then ghosts fill up the train.
Yeah.
He just tried to continue going down the train first, which messed up the step counter, as well as wasted time walking back. So he's now about 1 minute and 20 seconds behind. I don't think this game has a skip to
Yeah, nice
avoid.
dude. I mean, you don't want to be in that
Like,
situation.
Final Fantasy 2/4 has a bunch of crazy
Nice dude is a
major
1 in 6
glitches
chance
that mess
if,
up the.
only if you could even see turn 3. So that's a lot of ifs. If you see turn 3, then there's a 1 in 6 chance only. But like 80-90% of the time, you're not even gonna see turn 3.
I think he's talking about the shot of
Bad
Ice
position.
2 on the final boss. Basically, at this point, for how far Yogi's behind, he's still
Go.
within the range of if Fanny
Trench.
somehow wipes on one of the 2 remaining fights that
Trench
mattered.
NG.
A wipe certainly would cost a few minutes of time.
Easy one.
But yeah, I don't think
Well,
this
everybody
game
just
has
take
a
turn. No big
glitch to shorten the game to a
Go ahead.
reasonable broadcast length stream. It sort of goes in the marathon. I think it's still like 6 to 8 hours something to complete the whole game. Not sure on that. I'm sure there's a lot of skips you can do.
Hey. I know how to make that faster. Maybe you go to save it and go blitz with no inputs. I don't know.
Yep, so we're about to enter lock scenario here for Vandy, and the best part about this scenario is you can skip this whole sequence where you're hanging out in town and having to walk around a bunch of guards and stuff, because you can just glitch by the first guy and walk out of the town.
Gigavolt. Attack the
There's
jellyfish.
certainly a lot more that can go wrong
That
in
is
the
the
full
key.
run. I think what their goal with this is usually to have a tournament that many people can enter, and they can have lots of content constantly running on the stream. I'm sure people would watch
Seem to be the
100%.
same
I just think
fights.
it's not a lot of people know it. It's not a lot of. There's the glitch. Walk right through. So, if Yogi wasn't off the step route, he had 20 seconds to gain, according to
Come on.
Fanny Splits. He lost 20 seconds to his personal best.
Well, also behind here because of the
So we'll see what the time difference is at the end of
Nice
lock
offer.
scenario, but I don't think anything that Yogi could have gained
extra battle on the velts.
is Ooh, this is a bad back attack. Uh-oh. And a poison. So this is what you have the smoke bombs for, is it lets you just run from
Get out of the way.
combats.
Get out of the way, you. Hey!
Yogi's just getting blocked by townies.
I like this game. This is a good game. Good game, man.
You'll never beat the Hulk, Yogi. If you just play Zelda 2 Rando, you'll never beat the Hulk.
Time for lock scenario.
Ooh, preemptive. He's going to just run away from that. So Yogi is behind the entire length of lock scenario. Oh dear. There is a fight here, though. Pretty sure there's a boss at the end of lock scenario. Besides a whole bunch of fights that you just run from with the smoke bombs. Here it is. Yeah, the tunnel armor. Did you just use an item to kill him or something? Thunder Rod. Which, of course, it's a machine. It takes a bazillion damage from that, so it's the end of this scenario. Really no time to gain here though, so I'm assuming his splits are still gonna be. It's weird. I don't know how we gain time on this scenario. Oh, probably no back attack.
No time to save here.
So 117, 50, 55 or so to get back to the scenario picker.
Chameleus. Hey, boo boo, thanks for the follow.
1755. $117.55. Whoa!
Animals! Look what I found!
Get the follow. Let's put this on top. No, we won't put it on top. No, we're on the analysis desk. Thank you for the follow. I have no idea who you are because I can't see the thing that's hidden. That's the Eminem Nammy.
What's this voice?
I think that was you.
A voice in my head.
We were looking at 117.55 was the time.
Okay, lock scenario done.
117.55. 117.55 to get back to the scenario screen. 117.55. It's over 1 minute and 30 seconds now. So now we're actually getting out of the territory that Ice 2 is actually gonna flip the game. Makes sense, I think.
For Bannon, did
Yeah. I have no idea what happens to the step counter here.
It's a
because
full
the
heal, man.
change in scenario. We just have a bazillion smoke bombs. We're at the security array, which you can just walk through.
Full heal for Bannon. I'll take it. Aw, I'm getting more than one battle here.
What's hilarious is the security checkpoint they show you
Gain time.
has a faster connected path to get through. As you saw it when it drew, like the little thing that the way out actually touched, so that whole bottom right section you don't have to do because the exit touches somewhere earlier in the path.
Could have just ran there.
Yeah, he's got plenty of smoke bombs. Bannon dying or something, I guess, would be... There really isn't anything here, though, that's going to... It's pretty much just down to the Kefka fight.
Oh well.
I guess he lost another 6 or 7 seconds on lock scenario, I'm not really sure.
9 smoke bombs.
I'm sure it must have just been like a back attack or something that usually happens on this guy's splits.
Hey, I got that walk down.
Good walk.
Nothing else. I didn't take extra steps there. Uh-oh, the 5-pack.
Ooh.
It's...
At least we smoke bombed out of it. I don't think there's a... Even if you're off the step, I don't think there's a risk of running out of... Just get an idea how far he's behind now. He's just at the security checkpoint.
Card is just buffered. Kinda just hold A when the thing surrounds you. Bam.
Go. Bam.
I mean, frame perfect. Yes, frame perfect trick. Frame perfect trick that nobody ever misses.
One flop too many. So, Vanny is now in the final segment when Moogle Admiral's going to show up because you never loaded the other guy into the game. Captain of the army.
Oh, I could have ran away.
Here comes Gustav.
Got 4 left. That's fine.
This race is a flop. It is a bit of a letdown, but I mean it happens. That's all that has to happen in this is you step off the path.
I mean, I
and
might
the game's
as well
over.
save. Not like
Don't
saving.
save. There's no point, Yogi. Don't save.
Cost me here. Already lost.
Don't do that. You gotta play to win, Yogi.
Unless he wipes.
If he wipes and then you lose by 3 seconds.
If he wipes, then I wipe. But he still wins. 'Cause we both probably saved at the
Don't save.
trench.
There's no point in saving.
If I'm gonna lose, I might as well make sure my average time doesn't get destroyed by something unfortunate.
Oh, if his average time is a tiebreaker, then he needs to play average time. Because remember, they're both
your
2-0.
average time still matters.
I don't quite understand why average time is being used if it's a Swiss system, but in the Swiss system it should be based on the tiebreakers of the people that you played.
Let's go talk trash to throw him off.
There's the head of the empire, Zamungal.
Yeah, that Phantom Train fiasco was very costly.
And he on the way to the final.
I started walking left
The
before
final
I
fight that
tried to
ends the
exit
tutorial.
train. So it took a whole bunch of extra steps. Count as steps, I guess. Even though I don't think there's any battles there. You're in the car, so. Mm. 124.41. Oh man, I'm way behind. The price you pay for not meaning. I don't know, I'm just having an off day. Okay, he's saving.
Safety
Saving
save.
for him is free.
Yeah, you gotta take the safety save here.
Starting the
if
battle.
You're watching your opponent. Because then at least if you do get ice 2'd, you're still in it.
Oh man, like a minute. At least a minute behind.
Still about a
Even
minute
if he
30,
wipes,
Yeah,
I think I still lose.
I think it's about 2 minutes if he wipes. That's why I said there's no point in
Probably
saving. Pretty sure Ice 2 is still. It might cost you up to like 2 minutes. Ice 2 'cause you gotta reload the game, and the game has a really long intro sequence. It won't let you go to the menu until you watch it. Took an extra step there. It's fine. Not going for the Red Bull. Does not need more wings here. Just gotta focus. Don't get Ice 2. Win in 2 rounds. That's over. And don't get guarded. That was actually very close. Here we go, the Kefka fight. That was a lot of damage on Cyan. Which I don't think matters. Hornet on Gao.
Why didn't I just talk to him from the right?
Now it's just a matter of what does Kefka do? Kefka does nothing. I mean, Kefka's set up here to pretty much wreck you if he manages to ice 2.
Let's just take 2 extra steps.
I wonder if the extra levels on Edgar's keeps it from going to a 3rd round.
First at Kefka. I don't have to worry about it.
Uh-oh. Yep, he's got it. GG. GG. That bolt was the opportunity to cast Ice 2. Yep, and that's it. He's so excited! Look at how excited he is. You can't see how excited he is, but he's really excited.
Oh, I hope that doesn't matter.
Give him a little, some love, give him some GG action.
GG. Yeah, he's done now.
Oh, I love Vandy Van immediately because he has ConcernFroge. I must follow him.
Who's up first? Saban's up first. No. It's like an easy one.
Oh. Oh.
Looks like an easy one.
Just don't get iced too, Yogi. I keep those tiebreakers nice and good.
Blitz input. There's a second attack.
So here we go. No ice 2, and we're good. So what I'm wondering is if we take out the errors, I think he still would have lost by 10
I don't
seconds.
think you won.
Nice.
I'll be back.
Look how much time he saved.
did he
Yogi
get here?
saved 22 seconds in that final
a
segment.
minute 18 apart. Dang, man.
I think he still would have lost even without the error.
Wow, that was a gold final split. Wait, he's fighting it again? Why is he fighting it again? Or am I like way behind?
He's already won, Yogi.
5 to 10 seconds. No, that critical error on train lost like way more than 5-10 seconds.
Dota, thank you so much for the GG and thanks for
Yeah. Thanks for the GGs, guys. Peace ring from Santa. Santa. The purple Kool-Aid you gave us for Christmas makes my stomach feel funny. Iggy, Barney, Knit Sky, Whiteheads, Little Shark, Gammaphone. So the biggest mistake in the run was Ultros was pretty big, but that wasn't the biggest. So the biggest was the train. Like running around in the first cart without leaving. I don't know what I was thinking, man. Thought I was ready to go. I was too anxious to go left. You have to try to leave the train first. For the ghost spawn. Once you get off the step on the train, it's just like you start losing crazy time. I got a grasshopper fight that shouldn't have been there outside of the waterfall, and the same fight appears in the Veld as well, so I had to run from that one because they just berserk someone and the berserk guy attacks Gao, so it's like impossible to get Gao with that encounter because the berserk guy just scares Gao off before you can give him the meat.
Oh man.
There was an extra Velt battle. I don't know. Pulled it together at the end. It's actually my best race time. I'm just not good at racing this game. My comment to the analysis desk. ConcernFroge live via satellite. Any comments to the analysis desk? My comment is only this. Yeah, most of this was just me, man.
Honorable man, I think, if you...
Messed up Ultros, I messed up Train.
I mean, Ultros was messed
Train,
up,
the rest
but
is
I
just a
think
mess.
Ultros ended the...
Once you get to Locke
race.
and Terra, it lessens the effect because you're just smoke bombing from everything anyways.
Yep.
But before that, it's like you get all these extra battles.
Mm-hmm.
or weird, bad battles that aren't just a single enemy. GG. That event, 3-0. Well. Just earlier, I got like I was on like a 126.40 pace today. I don't know, that one little thing, Terra getting slimed at the start just kind of throws your whole game off.
Yeah, that always kind of does that kind of thing.
Take my beard. Take the power of my beard. Here, let's say something funny in his chats. I'm gonna play something else, guys. Take the power of my beard. Turn alerts back on.
What if we did this? What if we just went and got ready? Then
No. Yeah, I couldn't recover from that Terra slime. Beard Voltron. Let's combine all of our beards together to make a super beard. Alright, what's next? Cubic tumblered up.
I don't know what's coming up next, so I think he might just do Z2 or something. I don't know what the plan is.
It's a good one.
cool. Well, Qbert. I'm gonna pass on that, Yogi. Oh, man. For those of you who don't know, Yogi, do you have the world record in Qbert? I feel like you do. And if you don't, I'm sure you're right near the top. But Yogi is an extremely accomplished Qbert runner. And just good all-around speedrunner, for sure. Captain Ethanol, thank you so much for the follow, and welcome aboard the van.
Let's see. It's Kirby's Dream Course for
He also
Cat.
runs Yogi. If you're still here, indeed. Okay, you do have the world record. Okay, cool. Another game that he runs that I really would like to get into is Ultima Exodus, which is the third Ultima on the NES. And I know that you are really good at that, and that's something that maybe when this tournament is over, I might be looking to do. So I might be tapping your shoulder for some straps. I know you got some wacky charts and whatnot that shows you how to get those 8 battle formations after you come out of the first cave getting the marks. So
New Exodus.
Yeah. So we might cross paths again if I do decide to do that. If that's cool with you. Edgestream, thank you so much for the follow, and welcome aboard the van. Perfect. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's something that I think I'd like to do.
Oh, I'm practicing pauseless.
No, that's something
I'm gonna go run
I
my.
know I'm focused on
Oh,
FF6,
crap, grab my laundry. I'll be right back. I don't know what we're doing, so maybe stick around, maybe not.
But yeah, no, that'd be cool, man. If I could.
Your influence is becoming a scourge on the speedrunning world.
Have you share that with
Get off this music.
me? Oh, really? Oh, you saw him. World record. My favorite streamer to watch get a world record is Toad. Man, every time he gets a world record in something, he just pops off, and it's hilarious. It's awesome.
Alright, let's go do stuff. Let's go do some stuff. Well, next week, Benny has to play someone that's 3-0, and I have to play someone that's 2-1. That's a lie. Toad's never gotten a world record. Cool Pants Baker. The name doesn't sound familiar. Can we watch the Lavos scream real quick? The Battle of the Beards. My beard was not victorious. I think Vanny has consumed my beard, adding its power to his own. And now, it will become a Mega Beard. Totaled. You guys ready for the Lavos? Lavos is here in this game. Wedge and Vix. Tritox sends Wedge and Vix over to Chrono Trigger, and then Wedge and Vix send Lavos here so that he can yell. Link's drumming? Yeah, I saw that. It was awesome. Big Bridge is like the best Final Fantasy song. It's so good, it inspires me to make a video called The Top 25 Final Fantasy Songs. Worst versions possible. Here we go, here it is. Lavos. Did you hear it? Lavos is coming. It's time to do Millennial Fair. This will getting knocked out of the tourney will give me time to train for the Millennial Fair races with White Hat. It's a race from Chrono's house to the Millennial Fair, and then you're done. That's all it is. There's nothing else. Well, what should we play now? Probably some Ness. This is too many bits for me. Too many bits. Hey look, it's General Kutan. The most prestigious category. It's more prestigious than Fun Percent. In Kill all the dwarves. In Dwarf Fortress. Kill Gimli, good, it will feel good. Alright, let's get some NES controller going here. I want to go back to Solomon's Key real quick. And by real quick, I mean for many hours. And then if we get... Whatever happened to those trilogy runs early? I feel that they didn't finish because of Zelda 1. I think Hux and Biba tried trilogy runs, but I think they got stopped by Zelda 1. Jay is my hero. I know, after Ultima 5, I mean, it's really hard to, any kind of movement just seems like a blur to me. You got some Nest controller. Oh, yeah. Let's see what happened. Okay. Get in the Mock Rider. We have to go back to 2017 and refight Ultros. Guess what it's time for? Time for some Ness. I can't handle all these bits. It's too many. Have to go back in time. To a time when there were fewer bits. It's mashy mashy. Alright, let me see here. Solomon's key. Solomonk's key. World record attempts. Road to K2. Update info. Gonna do Solomon's key. Let me see what my mashing speed is. It's been going good, Jay. How are you doing? Did you know pressing start on the title screen in TMNT is a glitch? I was aware of that fact. I mean, you can't deny it, man. I mean, we have to make a rule that everybody just has to do it randomly. And we'll have to trust that everybody is just doing it randomly. But then some people will just get lucky more times than not. Wait, how do we do this here? This is not even hooked up. Oh yeah. Are you guys ready for this sad feat of mashing? What do we got? Players 1, button A. Go for 10 seconds. Okay, 10.7 per second. It's a ROM to test your mashing speed. That was the double index method. Going like this. And alternating very quickly. It's double the bits. 10. What's good, White Hat? What's a good mashing? Let me try thumb. Let me try thumb only. Ah, that feels bad. And reset. I'm gonna reset it. +10. It's way easier to thumb mash on the SNES controller. Yeah, that was like one finger only. That was no good.
Wow. 11
Hey, yo.
111?
111. Imagine if you use 5 fingers. Can I show it? I want to do it. This is gonna be bad.
Look at this mashing. Look at this guy.
That's kind of what I do. I'm not gonna get as much now because I'm up in the air. 90. Very, very all over the place. I think it's I think I got matched faster on the SNES controller. Oh well, I'm gonna be mashing for this game. I'll play some Salamonk's Key. Salamonk's Key.
Alright, thanks for watching, everybody.
14.
I'm gonna eat my chili.
I'll never get Contra a little bit.
We're gonna enjoy the chili.
We mash at 11.
When you're talking chili, frosty milk or cookies, there's some simple things that you've got
So
to
weird,
know.
man. If I didn't have his stream,
Like chili comes in large and small, goes for the dining
grams.
room, and the cups are
I could have
to
stopped
go.
playing.
Always
That's
got
why I
to
thought
make sure that you
something
stir it
bad
right
happened to him.
before you put the
He was
chili
still
in the bowl of
he was still
dough.
at the beginning of the game.
So figure eight motion from the bottom
Just
to
not
the
playing.
top to really get it stirred up. For a
Bam.
small serving, get the 8-ounce ladle
Stay away
filled
from
to
Super
a
Zilla
half
this
inch
week.
from the top of the cupboard bowl. For a large size half, fill the ladle again, fill to the line on the cup.
Be right back.
Chili can be served with cheese. Fill
I
a
got
third
some
cup
cool
apple
content.
with the grated kind. Sprinkle on the top and then put the bowl in the middle of the tray every time. Now Frosty's coming four sizes.
One go
Large,
through of
medium,
every
small,
practice.
and then there's kids' meal. Lift the arm to fill the cup. The Frosty should be thick and creamy, so it'll really appeal. Add a half inch from the top, let the draw arm drop. The remaining Frosty will fill the cup. If the order's to go, be sure to put a lid on and serve it with a smile. That's why I'm singing this song. Milk and cookies, if you please. Milk's in the reach and check the expiration date. Make sure it's fresh and serve it with a cup with the open side up. Now don't hesitate. Cookies should be whole, never broken or cracked. Put them on the tray. What a great snack. Chili, frosty, milk, and cookies, simple as that. Go have yourself some fun, 'cause you got the knack.